Dublin has endless things to see and do, but with just one day, there are three things that I always recommend. Welcome to another Traveling in Ireland Quick Tips episode, where I share one piece of advice to help you make the most of your Ireland vacation. I'm Jody Halstead, Ireland travel advisor and host of the Traveling in Ireland podcast. It would be very easy to spend most of your vacation in Dublin. Ireland's capital has so much to see, do, experience, eat. It's just a terrific and vibrant city. Most visitors, they just plan one full day in the city, maybe a little bit more depending on their flights. So if you're visiting Dublin for only a short time, how do you make the most of your visit? There are three things that I always recommend when people ask about the best Dublin experiences. The first thing that I always recommend that people visit is the National Museum of Archaeology. Now, Dublin has a number of terrific museums, but this one always tops my list. It covers the known history of Ireland from the first Neolithic farmers through the Bronze and Iron Age Celts, the Viking invasions, and the Dark Ages, and into Ireland's monastic splendor. And bonus, it's free. The first two floors of the stunning Leinster House are devoted to these collections, and there are two exhibits that I think everyone should explore. These are Kingship and Sacrifice, so you can view the bog bodies and learn those stories, and the Treasury, which is where Celtic metalwork and monastic treasures, including the Tara brooch and the Cross of Cong, are on display. The next thing I think you should do is take a food tour. I think that you can learn a lot about a location from its food. And when you pair food with a terrific tour guide, you are going to have an amazing experience. Now, there are two tour companies that I highly, highly recommend. The first is Flavor Trails. They have three distinct tours: the Irish Food Trail, the Whiskey Trail, and the Storytelling Trail, and all include delicious food and drink at three stops for each tour. Along the way, you're also going to learn about Dublin's history and legends, and it really is just a whole lot of fun. Another food tour that I really adore is Vintage Tea Trips. It's an afternoon tea experience on a vintage double-decker bus. And while it's not exactly a guided tour, you're going to hear fun, personal narration from your local hosts, and you'll get to see the city from a really unique vantage point. So if you have, like 2 days in Dublin, do both. Highly, highly recommend. And then my final recommendation is for a castle, but it's not in Dublin City. You're going to take a little bit of a trip to get to this. It's about a 30-minute journey from the city center to the village of Malahide via the DART or the bus. But Malahide Castle and Gardens are well worth the journey. The castle was in the same family for 800 years, which means the history is fully recorded. And it's really incredible history. The docents there are wonderful storytellers, and they're terrific at keeping everyone engaged. So whether you're traveling with kids or not, it's just a terrific storytelling experience. And my girls absolutely loved it. You're also, you might possibly encounter one of the resident ghosts. So it's a great, great experience. Beyond the castle, you have some spectacular gardens. The West Lawn is 20 acres of trees, ornamental sculptures, and a really charming fairy trail. There's also a butterfly garden, there's winding pathways, a rose garden, and the Victorian Conservatory. So it is an absolutely incredible experience. We actually had family photos taken there with photographer, and I treasure those pictures. It's such a perfect place if you're looking for terrific photos from your trip to Ireland. So those are my top three, but there are obviously so many more things to see, do, taste, and experience throughout County Dublin. And to help you to plan your trip, I have created a County Dublin travel guide. So on my website, you can easily get to this by visiting IrelandFamilyVacations.com/explore, and then you would just click Dublin. So, what this is going to give you is the County Dublin Travel Guide. You have top 5 recommendations, recommendations for accommodations, some terrific Dublin tours, and more tips. You'll see museum and Malahide Castle are both in my top 5, along with a couple of others. And there's a full list of terrific Dublin tours from hop on, hop off buses to songs and storytelling and some experiences of Hoth and Irish nights. Got my top hotel recommendations and some others. You're going to be able to search by dates for your Dublin hotel accommodations. And then moving on from that, you've got the top Dublin tips, including arrival tips, transportation tips, and more Dublin travel insights. If you're traveling with a family, you're going to get some family specific tips, some of the top festivals during the year, and an easy button to find everything else about Dublin on the website. So again, to access that map, you would visit IrelandFamilyVacations.com/explore and fit County Dublin. Thank you so much for joining me today. Slán for now.